Welcome back to the Tell All Bench podcast, episode 7.
You bet. Here we go. Number 7 already. Okay.
All right. Tell me what we're doing today.
This topic is this hashtag 2016.
Yeah, it's trending for sure.
I want to talk about that. Right?
Why is it trending?
Is
it just because it's 2026?
Well, that's what I'm guessing. But we didn't have this hashtag 2015 when it was 2025.
That's what I'm saying.
Why 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, girl, you're the one who's supposed to explain that to me.
Oh, geez.
So my question is it just a thing, air quotes, to do on social media, or is there more behind it? Because what you just said about it's trending, here's the data. 1.6 million videos, up 452% increase about this 2016. So what is this 2016 thing?
Well, I don't know why I should have asked more, but Brett today was like, they're saying that 2026 is the new 2016 or like the second 2016. So we're like experiencing the year again. But I didn't ask more questions, so I don't actually know.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Because what I saw, all right, just to kind of ground us, millennials are the largest users of social media. And by users, it's dubbed as they have an account. Okay. So in essence, they build the platform. That generation has built the platform.
That surprises me. Like, did you assume that, or because I would assume it's Gen Z.
I would have thought it's Gen Z.
Right.
But here's the deal. Gen Z is the most active.
Oh, okay.
So then I'm kind of like, well, what's the difference between a user and an active? A user is they have an account. Active is you guys are on it. You run it.
Yeah, I was going to say for sure, because I have so many clients that are millennial age, and they're like, I have it, but I don't go on it. And then they'll go on it just to message
me. So there's the difference in it's interesting because Gen Z, you guys, you run it and you represent the noise, right? So now when we dial that back to 2016 thing, you all would have been young.
Well, I personally would have been 16. But like, that's also prime years for like Snapchat, Instagram. Like it was YouTube. Like I was on all of it all the time.
So did you do it the 2016 thing?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
My first little post was me in my prom dress. It was high school, so I was cheerleading. I don't even know what else I posted. My hair looked so good. I'm so sad about it because I never colored it back then, for one, and I rarely used heat. And I think I'm just like, quote unquote, getting older. So I'm like thinning a little, kind of, in comparison. Look, my shit was so good. Oh.
So you saw the thing, and then you went back into your like library of photos and videos of 2016.
But I didn't even have that many because I like deleted all of them, which is like so depressing. But whatever.
Yeah, because you were young and you created this. So I saw that and I'm like, what the heck is the big deal now? Is this just a thing?
Did you look back?
Blah. No.
You didn't?
I didn't. I'm like, I am not getting sucked into this. But I did, my little homework on why the 2016 thing. And so what they're saying is that 2016 has been dubbed the turning point. From a social media perspective, that right in that year, before that, life was simpler in time. People were happier. It was the last hopeful year.
Interesting.
There was no doom scroll going on.
Okay.
You saw posts from people you choose to follow versus what's coming at you.
Yeah, that's true. For sure.
It all started that year. Yeah.
Interesting. But why would that then bring up the trend of posting our pictures?
I don't know.
So maybe it's like a marker that like we're going to go back to that.
I think.
But like there's no way in like literal hell that we can go back because we would have to like fully undo all social media algorithms to go backwards.
Well, so the algorithms and all that were going on there, but it was like you were choosing who you wanted to, and that the feeds and the posts and all that stuff that you just dug through and brought forward
Right.
was more about relationships than reactions.
Interesting.
And right now, the last 10 years, we have been sucked into like emotional content being pushed at us, creating reactions and high intense emotions.
Oh.
And I think people are had enough of the doom scrolling, the negative content. Everybody has an opinion and they're not qualified, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's very valid, actually. But also, do you feel like you get pushed to that stuff? Because I still feel like you get to develop your algorithm low key, kind of like over time. Like, I interact with a lot of dog videos, so I just get dog videos.
I think so much is coming at me. Honestly, there's been times where I've like searched something like one time and then all of a sudden 2 days
Yeah.
later,
You see it again.
boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, it's not recency bias, that meaning it's on my brain and now I see it.
Yeah.
No, it's getting served up to me on one thing that I tapped on, maybe by air. I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
I'm
true.
getting inundated more and more with stuff onto me versus me choosing to go, I want to go look at this and just get that in my feed.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, I for sure see that. Like, but then what are they like? Did you research like what they're doing about it? Like, are social media apps gonna change, or are people gonna just go off social media? Like, is there
Yeah, no,
any consensus?
I didn't get into that. I mean, it begs the question. I wonder what AI and the formulas, algorithms are going to do.
There's been some drama about AI lately.
Okay, so think back with my generation. The first thing out was probably Facebook.
Yeah.
And it was pretty selective. You only let your friends in or your
Oh yeah, because
family
I
in.
remember it being like scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was very much trained of like, do not let anyone follow you, or like have your account on public or whatever.
Yes. So that being the primary social media for my generation,
Yeah.
now looking at Facebook, I'm like 95% of it is just garbage in my feed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, and I know there's probably some setting that I need to reset so I can actually see my friends, whatever, but
Yeah.
advertisements and stuff just coming
Yeah.
at me.
A
So
lot of news stuff.
yeah.
Like, and for me, at least my Facebook, it's very like AI. Like, it'll be like, X person is pregnant, and then you click on the link and it's like, no, they're freaking, like, no, they're not. Like, it's just AI is coming up with this, which is coming up with that. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting.
I wonder if it's not going to just push everybody away, right? Like I'm done with this
I think
because
it's already happening with Snapchat and for me, Facebook.
yeah, I think, and I heard recently that read recently, I didn't hear this. I read recently that like ChatGPT is going to experiment with advertisements, and when I saw that, I was like, all right, done.
Yeah.
As soon as the advertisements come in and they fill up everything, I'm like, it's all advertisements. I want out.
Have you, I mean, I don't know. I know you probably have a lot of things that you have researched, but the other thing is like, I've realized that everyone's making you pay for everything now. So like even on Snapchat, you can only have 5 gigabytes of pictures in your memories. And me and all my friends have way more than that. So then you have to pay to keep your pictures, which the pictures are the only reason all of us have Snapchat, because we don't actually use it to talk to each other. So again, it's just like we're either paying, we're getting advertisements, like everything has become so money focused.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it already has, but now they're figuring out like, okay, this is how we're going to capitalize on it. And it's like, in my opinion, you're just pushing people away.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with like streaming services, not letting you share accounts with people. It's like, okay, but now you're losing half the people and potentially more. Like, I don't know.
No,
Just my thought.
I find it just fascinating that it was interesting, just like AI, ChatGPT, Copilot, all those are interesting. And then all of a sudden it reaches this like saturation and it just goes the other way.
Yeah.
So this thingy, what do you just call it? A trend? The 2016
Yeah, I would say
hashtag
like
trend?
trend, I guess.
Okay. So what they're really kind of going after there is it was a happier, simpler time and something shifted in 2016 to ramp up that. So I was like, is there something more behind it?
Right. That's
Right.
what I'm curious of.
And kind of the thinking there was 2016 puts the millennials in their early hopeful adult years. So like you, the Gen Z is younger, but the millennials are in that kind of independent, getting their own identity, the hopeful, like push forward, life is great.
Right.
Right. That they have this recognition right there that in 2016, life felt more manageable, more connected, more human than where it is right now for them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if millennials recognize that life was simpler just 10 years ago,
Yeah.
what do you think Gen X is sitting there
Yeah.
thinking?
But it's interesting because I feel like even like, I don't know if, I think I'm like right in the middle of Gen Z, or maybe I'm like the older end of Gen Z. I don't actually know. But even I feel it like in a sense. Like I feel like in the last 5 years, it's gotten harder. Like I don't think I look at like 2016 versus now. I think I look at like maybe 2020, which is crazy because that was the year of the pandemic. But I don't know.
Have you delved into yet nostalgia?
Like what we used to wear and like Barbies and like that kind of stuff, or what?
Yeah, more like those were the good days. I miss those. I miss that.
I feel like me and my friend that we've been friends since preschool, we were just talking about like we miss like when we were in middle school, like getting to have sleepovers all the time. And like that is what I define as the good days, I think. Because I haven't gotten far enough in life to be like, those are the good old days, like other than when I was a kid. What about you? What's yours? 2016.
Well, that was the question I was going to ask is like, at what phase or age do we view like those were the good days, right?
I think people would say my age.
Nope. Not for
No?
me. I'd be like, no. That I look back on like your age and go, thank God I'm through that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me it gets better? Because it better get better. Oh my God.
There's this thing, is it about hope, right? So that I feel that young adult, you're hopeful, you're naive, you're motivated, you're still pursuing, and you're in it so much that you're not able to step back and kind of go, what am I in?
Yeah, right.
Until you're through it, right?
So when do you look back at like after all of that and look back at the good old days, or like what is?
Well, where this really comes to mind is like the boomers. If you talk to them, they are like, they miss the simple days. Those were better days. But I feel every generation does that.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. I'm still stuck in the hopeful learning, growing.
Yeah.
And yet I'm right on the edge of, this stuff is getting chaotic. This is just getting too much, and life was easier and more simple. Slow down.
Yeah.
So I'm right in the middle. So I don't.
So do you feel like from the time you were a kid, like, or like early adulthood, I should say, until now, it's all been like, what the fuck? Or like, because you just kind of were explaining like how my age was rough. So then when did it start getting good? And do you feel like it's good now, or is it like from 30 until whatever age you are now? was good, and now it's getting chaotic and you hate everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's so dramatic, but like,
yeah, that's dramatic.
I'm like, what age group do you prefer? I'm so curious.
I think somewhere in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
Is when you've lived, you've seen mistakes, you've seen choices, you know who you are more.
And if I can add to that, which is so stupid because I've not experienced this, but I feel like for you potentially, and I could be so wrong, but I feel like your kids are old enough to where you're not like worried about them in the same way because they're no longer like responsible for their every little thing. Like they're grown and they can make their own choices. Like, not that you don't worry about them or love them, but I think you're like, okay, I'm done like doing the hard part of raising you, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely is a factor that if you have kids.
Like, it's like a lot.
Yeah. You're just so busy going from, well, on that middle, we've talked about that middle generation where you're taking care of your aging parents and then you still have kids.
Yeah.
See, so that's why I was like, 40, 50. You have enough experience, you have enough wisdom. You start to finally have that kind of wisdom and not get sucked into everything.
Yeah.
And you know more answers to things or where to explore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting thing because there's a part of, like I said, every generation's like, it was simpler back then.
Yeah.
Was it better? Or...
That's the thing, though, is I feel like it's not a black and white answer ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could find, like I just said, the 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, looking back on it, yes, it's only been 6 years now, which is freaking insane. But it's like, I look back at that time, too, and be like, okay, that was the last time me and my sister are ever going to live in the same house. That's the last time that we got to, like, slow the F down and just, like, be with our families, do puzzles, like... Obviously, it was horrible at the same time. There was so much stress and noise and sickness and death and whatever. But, like, it also brought a lot of good things for people. Like, working from home is more normalized. And, like, a bunch of things I can't think of. But, so I feel like it's, like, every part of life, even if it's horrible, has something good, ?
Mm-hmm. Some learning through it, But... Anyway, I was just intrigued by why this young generation, you little runners of the platform, we're all into this 2016 because we've had conversations. We're like, we're so done with those clothes. We're so done with that hair. We're so done. You guys are like, that was great. 2016 was it. And there's what I found. It was it from the fact of something shifted social media. Okay, exponentially.
So it's mostly about social media at that point.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was learning about.
I mean, I can definitely see that. It's just interesting.
So we'll have to see come 2036.
I know, right? I'm like, we're not going to talk about this year as being the best year ever, probably. Unless something crazy happens and we can all just like come together and celebrate it. I don't know what's going to happen, but.
Yeah, so I guess there's what I unearthed on it, that 2016 didn't break social media, but rather social media broke 2016.
And now we're dealing with it 10 years later.
And we're still ramping it up, and we'll see where it goes. So,
all right.
Create your own hashtag 2016 and let's get that video percentage up even higher.
No, literally. Now you have to make one after this.
Oh my God, no.
Okay, well, I guess we're done here.
Till next time, maybe a shorts. I don't know.
All right, bye-bye.